He runs a lot, don't he? Have you ever played him?
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Detroit Lions. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there.
The ball
nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The first carry down. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On second down, here's Breeze. And Josh Hill has it. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
47. Come to my work.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Mike's 47. Let's go. 11. Let's go. You tighten up. Both 7s and Mike.
Hey, orbit.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
They did.
Ready? Yellow lady. Come on.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Ready? 95-56. 95-56.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ready?
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Now
What the fuck ever?
It's intercepted.
He was throwing so good, and all of a sudden he throws it so
And his
far
guys are gonna
ahead
get the
of
football at
Kamara.
the
That's
23-yard
ridiculous.
line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard
He's
against being
fucking
tentative
dumb,
from
I
this
swear.
point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Lady!
On second down now, it's Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Stafford, open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, it's Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Here's Stafford. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man, it's caught. Inside
Bullshit.
10. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger. It's
Oh, my
penalty
God.
flags
Fuck
are down,
you,
and
game.
I believe they're going to
Fuck
get a
you.
face mask penalty
Are you
tacked
watching
on.
this?
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
I am not playing next season. That was the biggest bullshit play I've
After
ever
the
seen in my
touchdown,
fucking
out is
life.
Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, ball's out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Let's go, D.
On 2nd down, Johnson. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Hey, 5-0.
Let's go, defense.
3rd and 2, Stafford. That's caught by Treadwell. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Double time, double time. Hey.
They give to Johnson going right. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Do what?
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's going to look deep down the field.
You see my guy just stop?
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was
Why
making
didn't
sure
they
the guy
switch to
couldn't
the
hold
guy
on to the
closer?
football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard until they break that goose egg.
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for him throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Ready.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Breeze now to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
95-56, 95-56.
On 2nd down, Kamara. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
To throw is Breeze.
And of course he dropped
incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And now it's 2nd down.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some
throw it!
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jared Davis. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
Of course.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
95-56.
I fucking hate Madden.
Breeze to throw on second down. He gets it to Thomas. There he goes left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now a 10th
Damn, I
carry
pulled
for
everybody back.
Johnson. And he slips up past the
45
45 before being tackled. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught.
And of course he fucking
15.
catches it. Why wouldn't he catch it in
Big
triple
play there
coverage?
for Detroit. 41 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now is he's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Trey Hendrickson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. To try again after the sack. Stafford complete. It's Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Hey, 22!
Out of the gun, Stafford.
Really?
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there
Cover
on 3rd
3,
down.
pulled
But if there's a
everybody
time to
back
force it, he felt like he needed to make a
cover
play,
that.
right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find
The only
something.
thing to save
There's
is
nothing
use that
available
man.
there for him.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Complete to Jones.
Of course it is. Why the fuck wouldn't it be complete to him?
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Stafford. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
47's the mic. 47.
To throw again. Stafford looking for the end zone. And he has his receiver.
Bulls,
That's
fuck
Jones.
you.
Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And
Did you
the
see that
Lions are able
bullshit?
to extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go to Johnson again. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Stafford. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Stafford now 9 of 17 through the air. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about
There's no way with
6.
Vaughn Bell, Marshall, and Lattimore.
Let's talk
and
about football
Williams back there.
101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield,
They can get
success
that
on
wide
first
open.
down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Oh, you got deep? Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Check.
Again, it's Johnson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Yep.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
From the gun, Stafford. And this one to Treadwell, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
But I'll play you again next. I'll wait until after.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
After I play you, then I'll rage quit on the next one, so I'm suspended the rest of the season. Then I don't like play no more.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down. Breeze now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Breeze going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. And that'll be
And of course you
incomplete.
fucking drop it
Took a
because
pretty
you
good shot as he
suck.
tried to pull that one
Everybody
in.
on this
Couldn't
fucking
hang
team
on
sucks.
3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. He is going to find Hill here. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Hey, let's go. It's time to come across. You're not ready. You're not ready. Sammy.
51 the mic, boy.
Breeze now on 1st down. And Thomas has it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
And the Saints first down.
Breeze now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now Breeze again. It's Hill, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Josh Hill, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Saints 14.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Johnson. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10.
Watch the shift. Watch the shift.
On the ground, this is Johnson. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Demario Davis there on the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Lions on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is third down and 12. Here's Stafford. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Von Bell. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye, Mike Daniels, in for the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Breeze. Thomas has got it. Complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Ready? Yellow waiting. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. And that's caught by Smith. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Breeze now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, New Orleans.
Ready? 95-56. 95-56. I'm here all day.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Breeze now toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze.
What the fuck ever?
He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 52.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
280. Switch up, switch up.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Stafford on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Set. Blue 60. Check right 47. Watch the screen. Pass.
I'll be right back. Just 1 second.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Detroit, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.